Star Hoops, Central Vibes, where the ladies thrive. Breaking it down, highlights come alive, crossovers, threes, hustle, don't stop. Women's game shining, we taking it to the top. Handles ridiculous, moves so ferocious. Step backs lethal like poetry in motion. Queens on the court making noise explosion. Game so smooth, no need for promotion. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support from the tip off to the last buzzer sound. We're here for the love, giving breakdowns profound. Never sleep on this, skill set divine. Buckets dropping like rain, every shot refined. Courts a canvas and they paint with their shine. Passing gems, no look, threads intertwined. Fast breaks, dimes in defense for days. Highlighting greatness in every play. Legends in the making, stars in the fray. Turning up the heat, watch the artistry sway. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Fast break the logic, no time for delay. Full court press, every word that we say. From zones to the man, the schemes we unweave. Breaking the box score, we don't just believe. Debate in the key, where clutch get defined. MVP stats or the heart in the grind. Legends get forged in the fires of our chat. Star Hoop Central, where the real game's at.
What's good? What's good? What's good? This is another episode of Star Hoop Central, episode number 28. If you not locked in, you in the wrong place. This is where you get all your WNBA basketball information, from the drama to the court to the locker room. This is Star Hoop Central. I got my co-host to here with me today. We got HD. Welcome to HD TV. Mr. Diabolical himself. Mr. Diabolical himself. And then you already know we got Showski in the building from Showtime On Point Sports. Make sure y'all go subscribe to these great guys' channel. This is Prince, your host from I Am Zo Media. Mr. Prince of Basketball, the needle mover. I am the one. You already know what it is. Again, this is episode 28. Make sure you go to your browsers, type in Star Hoop Central. Type that in, subscribe. If you're watching from Twitter, repost this on Twitter. If you are watching from Twitter, slide over to YouTube, get in the comment section with everybody else. Again, we have a live show every Monday, 5 p.m. Central. Let's get to it, though. A lot to unpack today, from CBA talk to Unrivaled to the WNBA finals. That's been amazing so far between the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces. Game 2 was yesterday. We're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on some other things on what both teams have to do to win Game 3. And we're going to get down and break down the nitty-gritty to this CBA negotiations between the players and the front office and board. But before we get to it, you know I got to check with the co-host, man. Showtime, how you doing today? How you feeling? Feeling? What you excited about today, man?
Man, I'm Gucci per usual, man. I'm excited to be alive. Well, God is good, and do the show with my brothers always, you know. A plus for me, two guys that know the game just like I do, and bring logic to the table. That's what we're here for. Let's get it.
What about you, Mr. Diabolical? How you feeling, and what you excited to talk about today?
Man, I can't wait to talk about how the Mercury excuse me, how the Mercury just out here just choking. And then I want to talk about how, you know, my dog Fee trying to make my dog Fee be a liar. Like, what's going on out here, man? I'm ready for today's show. I'm ready to cook. Ready to cook.
Hey, look, we got a lot to get to, and make sure y'all stick around. That topic is coming up later in the show. If you want to know all the CBA negotiations, if you want to stay up to date on them, again, Tune in every Monday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time to Star Hoop Central with your boys, man, and we'll keep y'all updated every Monday on what's been going on around the league, from the finals to the CBA talks to Unrival that's about to unlock in a little bit. Again, we will dive into Unrival more later on in the season, but for now, let's get to yesterday's game 2 between the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces. For those out here who don't know, Las Vegas is up 2-0 after defeating in a handsomely defeating loss to the Las Vegas Aces. The Phoenix Mercury are going home for game 3 on Wednesday. Make sure y'all lock in. We watched it yesterday. Me and Showtime covered it. A lot happened in that game. A lot of eye-opening things happened in that game that happened during the regular season. Some things that we didn't see coming. Some things that we seen coming that reared his head. But again, 2-0 series for the Las Vegas Aces. I will go to you first, HD. What is your thoughts on this series so far? Again, there's been 2 games. The first game was a tight one, came down to basically the last shot, and then yesterday, I mean, that was just a washing. So, what has been your thoughts so far on this Phoenix versus Aces series?
The Phoenix can't pull their tactics like they've been doing. You can't. The Phoenix Mercury are good at being physical, and they're good at being front runners. If they're not front running or have a nice sizable lead going into the later parts of the game, it's hard for them to cook. Lexi Held, I felt, should have got some minutes. Tibbetts isn't trying anything. He keeps sticking with Dewana and them, and they're not coming up big. Kalea Copper's really disappointed me this series. I thought she would at least try to make it interesting because if we remember in Chicago, she usually be the one in the third and fourth quarter to turn up the game. Everybody else will come in the first and second quarter. Satu's really disappointed me because for some reason she can't get going early on. But shout out to the defense that they've been putting on her with Jewel Lloyd, mixing up with Jackie Young, mixing it up with also the point guard. Point guard's done an excellent job on her as well when she tries to get into the post and be a bully. And AT, we're seeing it. What we've always seen. AT is getting out bullied by Asia. Asia's been dominating her in the post, and she's been getting boards, and she's been destroying them on the offensive end. So, and it's funny because AT's usually the facilitator. Asia bringing the ball up the court, making some passes and getting everybody in line, kind of basically showing AT, I could do what you do, but better. So also shout out to Jackie Young. Jackie Young, we knew was going to wake up. I didn't know she was going to wake up like this. 21 points in the third quarter was amazing. Put him to bed. It was incredible. And like I said, Prince and Show, Jackie Young is the best guard in the league. It's no more debate. No more debate. No more, oh, well, this person is top 4 because of popular. No, she's the top guard in the league. She proved it yesterday. She shut down Kalea Copper. She gave her the business, and she went on the other end and dropped the buckets on her. Then we also got to see the bench do something in the first game, but in the second game, we got to see Jewel Lloyd turn up this time. Jewel Lloyd played some great defense on Kalea Copper. I was saying, watching the show with Auntie yesterday, hey, watch that Jewel Lloyd and Kalea Copper matchup because that's giving Jackie Young some burn on the offensive end, which will help her, which we saw in the third quarter, help her get her game going too. So again, the Mercury are just a bad matchup for this team. I felt like I've never been sold on Nate Tibbetts. I think he's more of a celebrity than a real coach. I think he just likes the camera action instead of actually paying attention to his assistants, making the adjustment. To me, I think he needed a little more defense. He should have went with Williams to me on the perimeter to help out with Momo and everybody else. But he just said, I'm going to just keep Sammy in, Westbell. They're non-factors. If their three-pointers ain't hitting, we know they're not going to bring nothing to the table. So, again, I think they can get one more game, if that. But this looks like either a sweep or gentleman's sweep. It doesn't even look close. That's just my opinion on it.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But before I go to Showtime, I got a follow-up question for you. Watching this series, who's more at fault so far for this 2-0 this 2-0 hole that they're in.
But it's 2-0. To me, I would put it on Kalea Copper because this is your team. Remember, Diana Taurasi's gone, BG's gone. I put it on Kalea Copper. Kalea Copper got to show up down the stretch. If this is your team, you got to come up big in the big moments. And she hasn't. She's been bad down the stretch. First game, like she had 19 in the first half, 2 points in the second. Then the second half, it was like you didn't even know if she was on the court or not. So again, she has to step up to the
This not
table.
ATT?
Again, Kalea Copper, they moved everybody out the way for you. They brought in AT for you. They brought in Satu for you. Diana Taurasi retired to move and give you the mantle. She's not stepping up to the big game. She's not. This is on her. She's the person of this team. They made adjustments for you. That's what they did in the offseason. Alyssa Thomas, as much as she is, Alyssa Thomas has never been that girl in the fourth quarter to take over. Like we said before the series, Kalea Copper and Satu got to close. Also, DeWanna Bonner, where are you? DeWanna Bonner's disappeared. Like, I don't know where she's at. Like, maybe she need to go to AARP, go get a card and just call it a wrap. Because I don't see her. Dana Evans been biting her up in both games, and Dana got in her head earlier when she pushed her and everything. Got in her head earlier. So again, Kalea Copper is the player from last year on this team. They even said in the offseason that they're putting this team around Kalea Copper. So again, Kalea Copper's at fault. She's the closer. She's supposed to be the one to get them over the top. I haven't seen it. So I'm putting the blame on her. AT, I've seen this AT before. AT is your floor general. She's a facilitator. But if you're counting on AT to close the game for you, you might as well just get the brooms out and just stay at home where you at in 3 and 4. My opinion.
Well, I got some thoughts on that, but before I respond to that eloquently stated comment, I'm gonna check in with Showski, man. Again, you've been covering the Aces versus Mercury's games with me, doing the play-by-play. What has been some things that shocked you about the Mercury, and what are your overall thoughts on both of these games so far?
Ain't nothing shocked me. Style makes fights. It's this simple. The Mercury is tailor-made for the Aces. The Aces are bad style for the Phoenix Mercury. Again, when you're a perimeter-oriented team and you can't get easy buckets and you're going up against a team that knows how to win, have experience, and you got Big A in the middle who can get easy buckets, and you got nobody can guard her. Nobody. They got nobody for A'ja Wilson. And they can try to double. All they're going to do is leave Jack Young or Kelsey Mitchell. Somebody's going to get the cooking. So no matter what they do, they don't have an answer for the Aces. Now, I'm going to piggyback with HD said. He was saying that it's on Kalea Copper. Now, Prince, if doing a live broadcast, I said Kalea Copper going to have to be the best player. She's going to have to be the finals MVP in order for them to win. I do agree to a certain point, but I'm going to put most of the blame on Alyssa Thomas, though. I'm going to put most of the blame on her. Alyssa Thomas, I think she's the leader of the team. I think they move as she moves. They follow her lead. That's what it seems like to me. From what I've been watching all year long, she's the leader. This team has gone as far as AT took them, carried them. You feel what I'm saying? But I do think because she cannot carry them from a scoring perspective. You have to rely on Kalea Copper to do so. Now, for DeWanna Bonner, the problem is DeWanna Bonner is she's a rhythm player. You know, and I've been sending out playoff people like, oh, she only have 2 points. She only have 4 points. She's a rhythm player. If you're not running anything forward, if she's not getting the ball, she's not putting up shots in the first quarter, she's going to have a bad game. That's just what it is. That's reality for DeWanna Bonner. Especially at this stage, if she's not getting 5, 6 shots, she ain't making us shots by the first quarter, by the fourth quarter, she most likely not gonna have a good game. That's just what it is. So if you watch that one game, she what was that one game she had a good game? It was the Minnesota game, right?
Yeah.
She got out to if you go back and watch in the first half, she was making her shots. So that one game they was able to get her going. But for the most part, she's not gonna have good scoring games because she don't get the opportunity to shoot the ball because she have to play with Satu. She got to play with Khalil Cobble. If you go look at all those, like, go look at the possession when DeWanna Bond was on the floor. Who was taking most of the shots? Satu.
Satu. Mm-hmm.
So how she gonna get her buckets? She ain't. She ain't gonna be able to get buckets. She only shooting the ball one time in the first quarter, 2 times in the third quarter. It don't work like that, bro. She's just not gonna be in the rhythm. For the Aces, I think the Aces, I think they in the Phoenix Mercury head. Period. To me, I think the Phoenix Mercury don't have confidence in themselves. I was telling Prince, I was like, look, if you really watch that Minnesota series, they didn't have confidence in themselves. They trying to convince themselves they are champions. They can beat the Aces. They can beat the Minnesota. They trying to convince themselves. Minnesota let them off the hook. Minnesota beat them game 1. They were smoking them game 2. They let them off the hook. And you notice when they beat Minnesota game 2, what happened? They started playing a lot more confidence game 3 and game 4. That's why they don't. Minnesota will be here instead of Phoenix if they win game 2. Right now, going home, you know what they saying, HD? We got no answer for A'ja Wilson. None. They tried everything they could to stop A'ja Wilson yesterday. They put Mac on him. Lisa Thomas been
Smoke.
Lisa Thomas a strong defender, elite defender. She can't do nothing with A'ja. A'ja just shooting right over like she ain't nothing. So who you gonna put? Wes Bell? Stop it. You can't double. You can't triple team her. You can't keep her out of the paint. Hell, she been cooking you with the middies. So you just don't have an answer for that. And it's gonna be. I said Aces in 5. Richard said 6. But I said, you know what? 5. Aces winning the first 2 games. I've been right about that. Because I had Minnesota win the first 2 games. The Aces did not make the same mistake Minnesota did, though. They ain't make the same mistake.
Nope.
Game 3, I think, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later in the show. But I think game 3 is a must-win game. Now, as far as the Aces, right? How can Phoenix Mercury beat the Aces when Lisa Thomas she can't outplay she's not outplaying A'ja Wilson. Not that it's gonna come down to that. In order for the Phoenix Mercury to beat the Las Vegas Aces, Lisa Thomas is gonna have to outplay A'ja Wilson on both ends. Do you see that happening? So far, the first 2 games I haven't seen it.
No.
But I do think they're gonna need Khalil Cobble to lead them in scoring. She's gonna have to average 25, 26 points.
She's gonna have to
for the series.
Her and Satu they're gonna have to make their shots. That's the only way they're gonna win. They not because AT is definitely not gonna do nothing with A'ja. That's like out of the question. So they got to step up and take it to another level. If they don't, get the brooms out.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't see it. I don't see them. I don't see Lisa Thomas. Lisa Thomas been in the finals against the Aces 2 out of the last 4 years. 2 out of the last 4 years. Nothing changed. Go back and watch the first finals when they was in Connecticut. When they had JJ, they had Courtney Williams, Heidelman. They had that loaded team. Lisa Thomas didn't show up. In the 4th quarters, I've been watching Lisa Thomas pass the ball. She don't want to drive to the paint on A'ja Wilson. Let's keep it real. She's intimidated by A'ja Wilson paint presence. I was saying in the pregame, why she be searching for mismatches? She knows she can't go at Asia. Asia too big, too strong, does a really good job sliding her feet. It's just, no, it's not. She knows she's not going to be able to score on Asia. She scored over Jessica Sherper. I thought Fee did a really good job, but Fee is not as big, as physical, mentally strong as, I ain't gonna say mentally strong, I ain't gonna use that term, but she's not as big and strong as Asia Wilson, though. I'm gonna leave it right there. So it's gonna be hard for her to bully her way to the rack with Asia Wilson sitting right there. Man, I saw her drive to the rack and pass that ball out. I said, oh, there you go. There go the series right there.
She can't bully nobody.
There go the series right there.
She can't bully nobody.
So they're gonna need Khalil Cobb. They're gonna need Khalil Cobb to show up. Satu, man, look, Satu was 1 out of 8 first half. She got a lot of those buckets. To me, when it did it, the game was already kind of decided to me. I mean, she got a lot of those buckets. They was already down, 14 points. But her buckets,
she's easy to take out the game.
Yeah, again, I've been saying for the longest, if you make Satu pick the ball on the floor and dribble with a right hand, which is her offhand, you can easily poke the ball out. And if you discipline with your defense, you slide your feet, what's she gonna do? She gonna turn the ball over, or she gonna throw up a tough jumper. And she looks uncomfortable shooting dribble pull-ups. She look kind of uncomfortable when you playing tight defense on her. That's why it's 2 things gonna happen. She gonna either shoot that 3, she trying to get to the rack and use her 6'4" size advantage over a smaller Dana Evans or a Jackie Young or Chelsea Gray. But what Chelsea Gray is really good at, knocking that ball loose. She got really strong, good hands. It's just like James Harden. And for some reason, it's weird because Chelsea Gray and James Harden got this in common. They suck on the perimeter, false defense. Really strong on the post, and they got really strong hands. Very smart. They're really good at poking the ball loose. But I just don't think they have enough, though, honestly. That's why they lost these first 2 games. It's a bad matchup.
Man, a lot to dive into there. I'll start with this though. I had some statements about this series, and people out there in the world told me I was glazing for the Aces. Prince, you gonna be wrong this time. When I tell you the price of paper is going up, get out your mama basement, go in the backyard, turn off your mama Wi-Fi. Stop stealing your mama Wi-Fi. Some of y'all too old for that, man. Go get your own. Go get your own Xfinity account, man. But turn off your mama Wi-Fi. Backyard.
What we doing, man?
And go cut a tree down, cause you about to make some money. If I tell you the price of paper going up, go in the backyard and cut that tree down and go sell it to Home Depot, cause you about to make some money. Look here, man. Let me go through some of the things I said before this series started, and people told me I was capping. First thing I said was Phoenix can't punk the Aces. Turned out to be right. Next thing I said is AT is not gonna play with Asia like she played with Fee. Turned out that was right. Next thing I said was, and people laughed at me when I said this, I said the Aces actually have a better bench than the Phoenix Mercury. And people say you capping, they got the Wanda Bonner and Westbell.
I actually think
that's who y'all
depend. See, Prince, I actually disagree with you right there. I think the Phoenix do got a better bench on paper.
They actually don't. I said this in the Fever series. Don't you know the Aces has one of the highest scoring benches? It just don't look like it because we've been so disappointed at Jewel Lloyd. The Aces is number 3 in bench scoring.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I forget about Jewel Lloyd sometimes. Joy Lord, she's in a different role this year. I kind of forget about her. I really do. Like,
No, you don't
I feel
kinda,
like
you do.
I feel like Joy Lord could get 10 points. I'm gonna get 10 points for Joy Lord. That's it. That's what it feels like. So I'll be like, I'm looking at Phoenix guy, not West Bay. I don't even really looking at her to be a needle mover. I'm looking at Whit Combs, who's capable of making big shots. She just
She
haven't.
can't get away with that, show. Last series, she was getting away with that because guess who was guarding her? Heidemann.
Yeah.
You can't get away with that because guess who guarding you now? Dana Evans. You ain't gonna just run around the court. They ain't never gonna rough you up.
So who you think is responsible for DeWanna Bonner not getting her same opportunity she got with Connecticut last year? Because even though she not started, she still should be able to get the same look.
How you start a season as a team is how you end the season. DeWanna Bonner failed on the Indiana Fever, right? Now your rhythm as a player is off. No matter what team you go to, you won't have that chemistry because chemistry is built in the preseason. That's why not to bring them up.
Yeah.
That's why I talked about Chicago and people tried to challenge me and I kept telling them, if you play basketball before, you already know. Basketball, HD will tell you this. Basketball is different than football. Football is about mechanics and making sure you in the A gap right and route running. Basketball is about chemistry, camaraderie, and understanding each other. You need practice time for that. Basketball is different than football. You can't just have your starters just sitting out in the preseason and think they're going to come in the regular season and all kumbaya. That's not how that works. You're going to have growing pains. You get that out during the preseason. DeWanna Bonner wasn't there with them during their growing pains. She's not a player that you can just slot in there because she needs the ball. DeWanna Bonner is not a great catch and shoot player. The AT on Connecticut Suns knew when to get DeWanna Bonner the ball and let her go to work. DeWanna Bonner was the leading scorer on that team, which means she had a high usage rate. On Phoenix, sometimes she's going to have to stand in the corner and shoot. And Showtime, we were covering the games. How many air balls did DeWanna Bonner shoot in game 2?
About 4, didn't she?
3.
It was a 3.
She shot 3.
Okay. I gave her an extra one.
And 2 in the second.
Yeah. One was just a 40-footer. I don't even know why
she can't play with Satu. She can't play with Satu. Like if she's gonna be out there, she got to be out there with the no-nos, which what I call them. She got to be out there with them. She can't be out there with Satu and Kyle.
She got to me. You get the best DeWanna Bonner when Khalil Cobb was Satu on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you gotta. That's what was messing them up. This is why I don't like Nate Tibbetts, and I'm not a fan of his. For some reason, he doesn't know how to follow the game well. You got to see that as a coach. Bonner don't play well with them, and the first thing I would have done was, okay, I'm gonna just bring her in when I got Whitcomb, Westbell, and them out there, so she can get in the rhythm. He out there, he's trying to throw her out there with them players, and that's not gonna work. Not with Satu and Kyle.
Y'all want me to tell y'all the perfect lineup for DeWanna Bonner? Natasha Mack, who sets great screens, and she's just gonna do the dirty work. AT, who knows how to get her the ball. DeWanna Bonner, Whitcomb, who gonna help spread the floor so you can't double team DeWanna Bonner off the drive, and McConney, because she's a great catch and shoot player. That's the best lineup for DeWanna Bonner.
Prince, why does he keep putting Mac at the end of the bench? Why don't he why he don't play her?
Hey, just because you got coach next to your name don't mean you know everything, man.
I just wanted you to say that because I just said
your name, man. Man. When coaches got a coach in the WNBA, a lot of them get exposed. When everything honky-dory and your team can make shots and your team can just go out there and play defense because the other team's overmatched, any coach can look good. Showtime, you go out there and look good. You go out there and look good. Look, you give them a pep talk in the locker room, Showtime, do the little celebration with them in the hallway, and you be coach of the year. You're going to be good if they're just playing soft teams all year. But when you actually got to go in the locker room at halftime and you and your coach go in that little small office away from the lockers and y'all got to make adjustments and come tell it to the team, that's when you really got to coach. And so far, a lot of coaches haven't been able to do that.
No,
they haven't been able to put
exposed.
you at some point. It's the finals. At some point, he gonna have to Nate Tibbetts gonna have to put the Phoenix Mercury in position to win. If he don't do that, I don't know what to tell you.
Man, I don't trust him.
Well,
I don't trust him, and I ain't trust him during the season. I just was banking on AT, Kai, and Satu and DB to figure it out, but
Prince,
it ain't working.
It'll problem though, HD. They are who they are, HD.
Yep. They are who they are. They are.
Have a bag. What can they do different?
Nothing. They can't do nothing. Show they're done. Like they can't.
Your best player can't carry. She can't carry you in a playoff series. For like the scoring. Yeah, for the scoring.
Mm-hmm. But dog, she can't bully. But she can't bully nobody. You got to remember, she could get away with that with Minnesota. You can't get away with that with Asia and them. Asia too strong and physical for that.
If she can't get to the rack, she can't get to the free throw line. By the way, when she got to the free throw line,
she missed. Britt. And that was in crunch time too. Man, look, they might as well get their reservations for Cancun, man. I'll book it. Because I don't see it. I don't see they can match up with anybody else. They just can't do it with the aces, man. Because look, Show and Prince, you can't get in the Jackie in their head. You can't get in their head.
Nah,
you can't. Yeah, you can't talk trash. Like Kai tried that. What Jo did? Jo was laughing at her. Like, come on, I know you. Like, come on, like if they can't do that, they're not gonna win the series, man. This is why I said they would have been a better matchup for the other team. They're not a good matchup for this team. It's not working.
I think AT, she needs, in order for her to win a championship, she needs an alpha male that can lead the team in scoring and also be a great defender.
Yeah.
In order for her to win the championship, she got to be the second option, not number one. She got to be Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen wasn't a dominant scorer, but he was really good at everything else.
Everything else he was good at, yeah.
Like AT.
But how? I'm not understanding though. But how? Wouldn't she they lead scorer this season?
Yeah, but Prince, you know the playoff is totally different from the regular season, homie. Playoffs, they're gonna take away your strengths. They're gonna force you to go to your plan B and C. Especially when you got the personnel to go up against her. Ace has got the personnel, Kim folk.
And plus, she don't have a consistent mid-range shot. So again, if you just keep her out of the paint, even you know this, Prince, she's done data. We've seen all of this in Connecticut. We've been seeing this in Connecticut with her.
And JJ was the MVP. And don't get me wrong, JJ was number one. She was the MVP. She was the leader on that team for the scoring. The problem is JJ, I don't think she's an alpha male like y'all say she is. I don't think she's an alpha male.
No, JJ's 5'6" instead of 6'6". Yeah. That's what she is.
Me, I don't think she's alpha male, but
no, she not. She follows. Like that's why it was easy for Stewie to run that New York team because she gonna fall. JJ gonna fall in line. So she needs somebody like that next to her.
I say respectful. I think she's number 2, number 3. I think she fit better in that role because mentally, I just don't think she can be on number 1. If I was gonna be Stewie on that team. And so you look at that Connecticut team, to me, they had a bunch of number 2s and 3s. And you going up against a team that had Chelsea Gray, who was already a champion on that LA Sports team, and the Aces. You got Asia Wilson. She was already a league MVP, defensive player of the year. So it's just a bad matchup, bro. I'm just honestly, if you're gonna beat the Aces, you got to be able to hit shots. your best players got to be able to score. What you saw
Yeah.
last year in the playoffs, how the Liberty beat the Aces, crashing the boards. Their best players was able to score the ball.
Yep.
All three levels. They was able to
But
hit shots. They had more talent too.
yeah,
Their role players showed up. Is the Phoenix Mercury role players not really showing up? It's really just been Satu, Collier Copper,
yeah.
and AT. If you want to say AT, to me, I haven't seen AT putting up numbers. She always gonna put up numbers because she had a ball in her hands, but I haven't seen her numbers like affect the game.
But during the regular season, they were able to sustain because the role players stepped up and they were hitting shots when they needed. That basically covered up for like if AT go long stretches without scoring consistently. If them role players don't wake up for this team and Satu and Kai, they're not gonna win. Yeah, AT can get you some buckets, but you can't count on her as your number one scoring option. You can't.
Yeah.
She can't be that, especially down the stretch. Because who you gonna go with? Asia or Hurt? Man, come on. that's filet mignon. Let's stop.
I'm confused. So who should have got the MVP votes?
Who you think should get the MVP vote so far?
No, on that Phoenix team. Who should have got the MVP votes then if
AT?
AT ain't the reason that team go?
AT, yeah, AT.
So I'm
AT
confused.
should have got it.
I'm good. I'm confused. So AT makes the team go, so she could have got the MVP votes, but the reason the team wins is because of Khalil Copper?
No, the team wins down the stretch when Satu or Kalea go off. They need to close. AT's not great at closing. She could carry the game and she could control the game, but when you need somebody to win that game when it gets tight down the stretch, bro, AT ain't never been like that. So Kalea Copper and Satu got to step up in that situation. They got to be the closers, because if they're not the closers, you're not finna win anything. But is she the most valuable player of the Mercury? Yes, she is. But if we're talking about a close game to win it, AT is not your girl you go to. You go to either Kai Copper or Satu, and they have been disappointing in the fourth quarter. They've been disappointing.
So is AT a role player?
I just said she a second option to me on a championship team. She a second option.
AT is a great role player. Yes, she is. She's a great role player.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure we all understand. I'm just trying to make sure.
I'm not speaking for show. I'm speaking for me. She's a great role player. She is.
Second option.
Second option.
Really good role player. That's what it is.
Yeah, she's a great role player. I've always known this about. Look, let's
she's not a superstar. So AT's not a superstar.
When has she been one? When has she been one? She's not a superstar. She's never been that.
I'm just asking the questions here. So
no, you good? No, you good? No. Who?
Yeah,
she's an all-star. Yeah, she's an all-star. But she's not a superstar role player.
No. We're not doing the subliminals like they do with the NBA. Is she a superstar? Is she a star, or is she just another great player in the league?
She's a star.
She's a star. Okay. And what makes her a star?
She's a great role player to me. She's a great role player. She's a player you need to put with a real superstar player in order for her to get over the hump. That's my analysis of AT.
She's really good at different facets of the game. What's holding her back from being a superstar is the fact that she can't score outside of the paint. She has the motor. I think she's a needle mover. You go look at what she did with Connecticut, Phoenix Mercury. What was they, like 7 or 8 last year?
Mm-hmm.
They're a top 3 team this year. Well, number 4. They were top 3 most of the year. Then they dropped to 4. She's definitely a needle mover, Prince. But again, She can't score the ball like a Napheesa Collier or A'ja Wilson. It's that simple. If she was able to score the ball like them, now we having a conversation that she's already the best player in the league.
So game 3. Let's get to game 3, man. Let's get to game 3, man. Game 3. I'll go to you first, Showtime. Game 3. What does the pecking order look like in order for Phoenix to win? How do, if you're the head coach, okay, so I'll explain y'all how basketball adjustments work. After a game, you go to practice. They call it the whiteboard session. Showtime, you're the coach. We get to the whiteboard session. It's right before shoot around. Everybody goes sit in the chairs lined up. The training staff brings out the whiteboard. The coach walks on there, and he got these little subtitles, right? You're the head coach, Showtime. Looking at the first 2 games. This is your team. What does the pecking order look like? And what does the gameplay look like for you? And when I mean gameplay, basically, what do their top 3 players, we know who their top 3 players are, right? Everybody else is just ancillary pieces. What does the pecking order look like? And what does their top 3 players have to do for them to get back in this series? Because game 3 is crucial. We keep talking about how the Aces got them mentally. Game 3 is crucial. So what they got, what's the pecking order look like if you're the head coach? And what does the gameplay look like for the 3 individuals?
Well, Prince, if I was Nate Tibbetts, I'm trying to get my role players to show up game 3. I'm bringing DeWanna Bonner off the bench early, and I'm trying to get her going. Number 1, and McConney. I'm telling McConney, have confidence in your shot. She missed a lot of wide open shots. The whole playoff.
Yeah.
It's like the lights are so bright for her. She had that 1 quarter where she just went off in Minnesota. But for the most part, she has not made her shots. She just don't have the confidence right now. I'm talking to her. Look, I need you to make your shots. It's going to me, game 3 gonna come down to the role players on Phoenix more so than just the big 3. Because the big 3 showed up the first 3 games. I mean, the first 2 games, if you want to say if you want to really look at the stat sheet, they showed up the first 2 games. The role players didn't show up. The Las Vegas Aces role players outplayed the Phoenix Mercury role players. Especially game 1, Dana Evans went off. So I need DeWanna Bonner, I need Whitcomb, and I need McConney to make their shots. They need double digits. I need double digits from all 3 of them. I need Mac to crash the boards. I need her to have one of those games because every now and then she give one of those 10, 11 rebound games. They're gonna need her to dominate the boards. Keep A'ja Wilson out the board. Good luck, because you don't have the weight to actually box her out. But I'm just saying, you're going to do the best you can. Crash the boards. Try to force turnovers, which I think they're capable of doing. I think the Aces going to lose tomorrow. Wednesday? They're going to lose Wednesday. I got them losing Wednesday. I think they're going to get lazy. They're going to get too comfortable. They're going to start turning the ball over, and Finn Mercury going to make their shots. I do. I think Whitcomb will have a much better game. The pecking order is going, again, Prince. To me, I don't think Lisa Thomas. I don't think she has to be the number 1 scorer in order for them to win this series.
Yeah,
I don't.
That could be true. That could be true.
I don't know. I don't think it's nothing she can really do against A'ja. She's gonna have to guard A'ja because she's the strongest defender. She's the only matchup that's gonna make A'ja Wilson at least work a little harder. I don't think nobody else can really do it. So I'm keeping AT. Things gonna stay the same. AT. Khalil Copper. Here's my problem with Khalil Copper though. Khalil Copper cooking in the first quarter. She give you a bucket in the second quarter. But I need those buckets in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm telling you. They need McConaughey, Whitcomb, and DeWanna Bonner to show up. That's what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you. You just can't rely on Khalil Copper scoring to carry out throughout the games because they haven't. So it's going to start, okay, AT, I need you to continue to do what you're doing. Try to do the best you can. Maybe they double early on Asia. Maybe they double before she even catch the ball. They don't wait. Maybe that's another thing you may see. But hey, I'm telling DeWanna Bonner, this is your game. I'm going to you early off the bench.
I can see that. I can see that.
I need you to get it going. Sad too. I need you to we gonna be looking for you in the third and fourth quarter. You need to get them role players going early. If you get them going early, and then they focus on doubling A'ja Wilson, I'm telling you, Aces get carried. Sometimes, man, they get carried away with them turnovers, bro. I'm telling you, they have some dumb turnovers. Chelsea Gray, phenomenal first two games, especially last game. But I'm telling you, they gonna have one of those games where you like, damn, that's just a dumb pass. Lisa Smith, she hasn't had one of those. She haven't had a good game yet. I can see her making a lot of bonehead mistakes. The crowd gonna be behind them, and I think that's how it's going. That's what it's gonna be, Prince. The role players, to me, more so than the big three.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like what you said about the role players, but the thing that worries me is if I'm the coach or a player on the team, I only go to the role players, get them going at home because we are at home. You play better at home, right? But there are three top players haven't been playing consistent. So you go to the role players, your top three players haven't been consistent, so you take even more opportunities away from them. You kind of get what I'm saying? So that's the conundrum with that, going to the role players. When you're if Khalil Copper, Satu, and AT would have played well in the first two games on the road, then go to your role players, right? And you still lost, that means your role players didn't show up. At home, go to your role players early because your top three players got it figured out. They don't have it figured out because Satu will have a good first half and a bad first half in for game one. And Khalil Copper was the opposite. And AT just there sometimes. Like AT has had no impact at all, offensively or defensively. I mean, honestly, I don't even know who AT's guarding. Who is AT guarding? I don't even be noticing who she's guarding.
She's guarding air. She's guarding air.
She's going to AJ at first, but
she's guarding
air.
When
I watch the game, I'm like, who is AT even guarding?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Prince. She knows she can't guard AJ. If you go back and watch the first two games, she started out the game on her, and AJ was just started cooking, right? Start making her shots. You can see like she started like, all right, you get her. I'm gonna focus on rebound. You get her. She don't have the.
AT was done in that. But AT was done in that first game when Asia just pulled up in her face and she put her head down. AT been done ever since.
She don't have a
like, let's be real. Like, AT been done since game one. Asia just stepped over her and said, wet. She just been done. Like, you got to get Satu going, man. Satu has got to get going because she's the most mentally fragile player on their team. She got to get going. If Satu's not making shots, you're not going to get her down the stretch. She's got to be involved. Kalea Copper has got to finish the game closing. If she doesn't, you're not fin to win. That's just plain and simple. The role players are going to step in when they need to because you're at home. So, again, they're going to make their shots, but Tibbetts has to stick with Mac more. He can't just put Mac on the bench every 2 seconds. He got to let her play to help with the boards. AT can't out-rebound Asian Alyssa by herself. She can't do it. She been getting destroyed down there by them two. And then when they go to Gustafsson been running in there with them.
I think what he's gonna have to do is, if McConaughey not giving you anything, and Whitcomb is being inconsistent, he's gonna have to play a bigger line. I would take both of them out the court. He gonna have to. He gonna try something different. Take both of them off the court. Put Lisa Thomas with DeWanna Bonner, Khalil Copper, Satu, and DeWanna Bonner. He's gonna have to try something different. This is the game. If those two of your two guards not making shots, just put the ball in AT hands. Try to make plays like that, bro. You're gonna have to.
So I really think. See, maybe I'm just looking at it differently, y'all. I really think you got to get AT going. I really think. Again, that's on Nate Tibbetts. That's why he the coach.
But
that's on the coaching staff.
When you say get her going, what you mean get her going though? What you want?
You gotta get her motor. You gotta get her more involved in the game plan. Whether it be setting some dirty screens or, hey, AT, this how we gonna run this offensive set where you get to pick and choose when to score. We like. AT, I'm watching and that's why I was asking y'all those questions about what kind of player y'all think AT is and where y'all think she stands in the pecking order. I think if you really watch this team, you gotta get AT going, because if AT don't get going, no matter what Khalil Copper and Satu do, it won't matter, because if you watch the Aces, they don't even see. Watch the Aces play defense. They don't care if Satu and Khalil Copper go off. That's why they got so many open shots. They technically, and I had to go back and watch it this morning, they technically don't care if Khalil Copper and Satu is open. Becky is counting on one of them to show up in one half and the other one to show up. So Becky's looking at it like, that's just 40 points between them. They ain't going to beat us with 40 points. And you on the road, AT has to get going. If AT don't give them a damn near 20-point triple-double, they not beating the Aces. So AT got to be a damn near triple, because guess what? If you actually look at the rebounding on the defensive side of the ball, the Aces are out rebounding them. The Aces are just giving up offensive rebounds, so it's skewing the numbers. Phoenix actually isn't even rebounding like that. So AT got to get her rebounding up. She got to get her scoring up, and she got to get her playmaking up. I know Nate Tibbetts, if you're listening, I know that whole get AT going downhill and let her make a decision worked in them other two series and in the regular season. But against the Aces, that's not going to work. The Aces actually want her to do that. The Aces actually want her to get downhill. Showtime, we covered the game. How many times you seen AT get double teamed going downhill?
She don't.
Exactly. Becky is literally telling Nate Tibbetts, I want AT to go downhill. We'll live with her going downhill, but guess what, Show? She can't kick it out. She got to go score it, and that's what she's struggling at. Becky's like, hey, let AT come down. I guarantee you, Becky is telling her players this, Show. Let AT come downhill, but we stop her at the half break point, meaning that's halfway between the free throw line and the goal, and make her do a floater or make her pick her dribble up. We're going to let her get all the way downhill. But guess what? At the last second, when she usually bullying through people, trying to get to the rim or want to draw two and kick it out, we're not going to give her those two options. And it's forcing AT to actually score. So Nate Tibbetts got to adjust to getting AT more shots. Hey, running Khalil Copper as the trail instead of letting Khalil Copper flare to the wing. Running Satu as the help trailer. Like, he got to figure out that scheme. He got to add this is where Nate Tibbetts needs going to show me if he's a good coach. He has to add a layer to it. We call it installs. He has to add an install to what they're doing. If he don't do that, AT gonna keep running into the same problem. Is not that AT can't score, they haven't adjusted to how she can get easier shots. Run her on a rub screen downhill. Send her back door on the pin down. Like you gotta. If AT not going, this team not going anywhere, because like I said, your chemistry starts in the off season. in the offseason, who was the driving force? AT. So you can't switch it up last minute. That's not going to work. The role players have already adjusted to AT's playing style. It's going to be hard for them. They're not good enough to adjust to Collier, Copper, and Satu. I know HD said get Satu going. Those role players, guess what that's going to do, HD? When you need them in the third quarter, they're going to be ice cold. McConney going to have 2 points. Whitcomb going to have one shot that went off the rim. Like, that's, you can't see Satu as a shooter. You can't get a shooter going if they're your most important player. That's the conundrum with this team. If their 3 players actually don't fit together. They've just been winning off of talent. Yeah. They actually don't fit together. The Aces are making those 3 play basketball, and that's why it looks clunky.
I think
that's Becky's adjustment. Huh?
I think Mac. I don't think Mac fits with AT. AT is used to bigs that can space the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna look at when she played with JJ, when she played with Brianna Jones last year. She does better. She operates better with space. And I think that's probably another thing that's hurting them is the fact that you got Asia right there. It's kind of hard for her to like get to the rack at certain angles because she don't have a lot of space. So I mean, what should they do? Should you draw plays to get Asia to bring out of the paint? I mean, you can do that. Yeah. And you have AT playing off the ball more. That's what's going to happen.
Show. This is what you do, Show. You give AT the ball to start the possession. The top of the key, you draw Asia out on the double team. Yeah. If you watch the Aces play, they switch everything. Make Asia switch onto one of the guards. Now this is what you do. You go put your best shooter in the corner. They're the secondary part of the play. Now, once AT gets Asia off of her, guess what AT does? She passes the ball to whoever's at the high break, and she go run a pin down with Whitcomb in the corner. And AT gets the matchup off of the backdoor screen. She gets Whitcomb's defender, and now you're about to get the best AT because now she can become a bully ball. You can have AT with the ball, but you gotta have a secondary action. I talk about that with Angel Reese all the time. You want to get Angel Reese easy shots? She can be point forward and still get an easy shot. It's about, man, look, I got a lot of knowledge, man. I just can't be a coach, y'all. You gotta get her in mismatches with the guards because guess what that does? You make Jackie Young, you get Jackie Young in foul trouble. You make Dana Evans get in foul trouble. Now in the second half, they're second guessing playing defense. They don't got their legs because they've been battling with AT.
But Prince, here's the problem with you saying. What you're saying is absolutely correct. But if you go back and watch the beginning of the game, they was trying it. And Becky Hammond she already prepared for that. They was doubling. That was doubling AT. That's why you ain't see her really look to score the ball. They kept doubling. It was hard for her to seek out those mismatches. Because every time she got Jackie on, Chelsea Gray on her, extra defender came on the weak side. Chelsea Gray came on and stripped her a couple times. If you go back and watch, they actually tried that.
But if you're doubling AT off the pick and roll, guess what that means? Somebody open. Gotta have quicker. If you know they're trapping her, right? Have relievers on both sides. Have a cutter at the elbow. That's how you beat a double team.
But that is on him. I want to say this. What you saying?
Yeah, you got to add those installs. That's why I keep saying he got to add installs.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't trust Nate Tibbetts. Tibbetts hasn't shown adjustments. He hasn't done it. You got to remember, like during the regular season, they were mainly front running a lot of times, and then when she was out, like they didn't really have to go against a challenge like this, Prince. His thing is, I don't think he has that in him. Like how you're dissecting the game, I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he's capable of that. I just really don't. I don't see it because even last year when he had that team, that clunky team with DT, he didn't make adjustments last year either. Yeah. So I don't think he's that type of coach. I just think he's there for the cameras and that's it. I don't think he's great at adjusting. I think if he adjusts, you would have done that during the course of the game 1. You would have done that in game 2. He doesn't do it. So hey,
you gotta
we'll
get them
see. I mean,
going.
he might change my mind in game 3. He might change my mind, but I haven't seen him for the past 2 years, Prince, like adjust. I haven't seen it. Maybe he'll change us. Maybe he'll change our mind on Wednesday and do it.
He's gonna barbecue, mildew, sink or swim. Game 3.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
If they lose game 3, they're going home in 4. They're going home.
Oh yeah. You're not winning in 4. I mean, you're not winning. You lose game 3. You getting swept.
You're getting swept. It's over with.
We'll see, man. He just ain't been impressive to me.
Because you gotta understand, this is not a team. This team is mentally fragile. You can see it by watching them play.
Yeah,
because they got too many players that don't know what it takes to win a championship. Going up against a team that has respect. So you gotta understand, those players are respected over there. These ain't a bunch of players that some players feel like you can bully them like Minnesota. This is the aces. This is Jackie Young, Asia, Chelsea Gray. They respect it. They're looked at totally different. So if you're not making them uncomfortable, guess what? You're gonna be in your own head.
You gotta be able to adjust, man. You gotta be able to adjust, man.
That's what it's gonna come down to. I'm telling you. They lose game 3. I don't think they win game 4. They can play the best basketball in that game 4. I don't think they're gonna win. So game 3, that's why I got them winning.
They're gonna have to hit their shots, Show and Prince. If they don't hit their shots, because look, they were covering up for his coaching all year because they was making their shots. Everybody was clicking. But they never went through a situation where they had to say, all right, let's do this, let's do that, let's change this, let's change that. I just don't see him as that type of coach. I don't. I haven't seen it in the playoffs. He adjusted. Like Show said, game 2 was more about the Minnesota Lynx choking instead of the Phoenix Mercury really taking it. It was mainly Minnesota choking. He didn't do nothing different. It's Sammy Whitcomb just said, oh, I'm here now. 3, 3, and 3, and they back in the game. So yeah, like I don't know. We'll see. He might change it. I just think this is a bad matchup. They wanted to play. They wanted to play the team y'all beat, Prince. They would have did better against them. They're not gonna do nothing against this team. They can't. They don't have, even if they do all that you said, Asia and them are too smart for that. They gonna flip and get onto that real quick. So I don't know. We'll see.
Move on.
They just got to find a better way, man. But great first topic, man. Next up, man. Let's get to some CBA talk, man. It's been the drama of the league when we should be focused on the finals, but I get it. It's CBA season. It's CBA time. For those that aren't aware, there will be a lockout if the CBA isn't concluded in about 2.5 weeks. But 3.5 weeks, maybe. If you want to look at the date, I think it's the October 31st. So it got to be concluded. But to catch y'all up on the timeline, before we get to the latest quotes and things like that, to catch you up on the timeline. So this offseason, it started with the conversation between Cathy and the media discussing unrivaled pay of the players and the amount they were getting paid. And in a statement, her rebuttal was, well, that's easy when you only have so many players. And after that statement, that's when everything started trickling down and they started having the negotiations. Fee came out, Stewie came out. I think Kelly McBride came out. Angel had a statement in the offseason during Arrival about the CBA negotiations not moving forward. And then next on the docket, you have Fee, who calls out Cathy Engelbert for her comments regarding the rookie pay scale with the CCs, the Angels, the Pages. She called out getting an endorsement deal with USA Network. They should be happy for that. Then next, Fee doubles down and says, well, since you feel that way, we gonna go ahead on and cancel our meeting or whenever it was scheduled for after Cathy came out and had this unprecedented statement during the WNBA finals regarding these statements on the conversation they had during Unrivaled. Some of those things are fabricated. It's more to the story than that. So then you have to wonder what's going on here. And Fee cancels the meeting. And today, let me get the statement for y'all. There was another article post, and I'll read it for y'all regarding the CBA and where things stand now regarding the Players Association and the Board of Governors with all of the contract negotiations with the CBA. The revenue has been going on. So the statement verbatim says, according to sources, both sides of the CBA negotiations under the current CBA, players don't get additional revenue sharing, 9% as opposed to 49 to 51% in the NBA, until the league has generated a certain level of revenue, which it says has yet, after decades of multi-million-dollar losses at the franchise in league level. The players want the league to give them data proving revenue benchmarks haven't been met, meaning the players are asking all the owners, the board of governors, and the financial teams, that means your CFO, to hand over all revenue sharing invoices from the past CBAs and the current CBA, because they don't believe the players are literally telling the world they don't believe that the revenue that the WNBA is reporting is accurate. And I know we've had conversations about them possibly cooking the books. It don't make sense. You're bringing in franchises. We talked about the underpaying of the athletes. I think in total salaries in the WNBA is like upwards of $13 million, which is sad to see how much revenue they supposedly bring in with the TV deals, concessions. The players don't get none of the jersey sales. So a lot is going on with this CBA. A lot is coming to light. So I'll go to HD first. What are your overall thoughts so far as being updated on where the CBA stands between the league and the players, from the comments, the back and forths between Fee and Cathy Engelbert, the canceling of meetings, and now the new report of kind of the biggest stalemate of the CBA negotiations, and that is the Board of Governors sharing the revenue of the league over the past CBAs and the current one. What's your overall thoughts knowing all of that information?
We're going for a strike. I mean, we knew it was going to be a strike in the off season. We knew it was going to be a strike at how Cathy Engelbert has been treating the players. She doesn't respect the players. She look at the players as nothing but pieces on the floor, that they should bow down to her and WNBA for giving them a shot. And again, we've been asking for the books for 2 years now, because they've always said it's a law. So if they're losing so much money, just open the books and show where the money losses have been. Because if you're in business and you're trying to expand, which they have done with these upcoming teams coming in, Golden State this past year or this year, and then next year we're going to get the Tempo, and then Portland, then we're going to get Cleveland and Philly and all of that. You're not losing the money you're saying you're losing. And I believe Napheesa and them have called cap on them and feel that they're on BS. So now what the next step is for them to show where they stand, up them revenue shares, we can get some better contracts, and we can start moving forward. Now the unrivaled stuff, now this is documented. Napheesa and them came to the W to try to do a partnership with them from the beginning when it came to unrivaled. They did do that. And they laughed at them and turned them away. So that's not a conflict of interest, because people keep saying conflict of interest. Plus, the league opens at a different time, and it's 3v3. It's nothing like 5v5. That's like if it was a 5v5 league they open up, and they started around the same time the W does. So that goes to you idiots out there. So then now they want everybody to stop trying to go get their money and just stay to their league, when they're not even trying to up the revenue of what's being brought in. So again, Cathy Engelbert has shown bad leadership. She has not done anything to help the players. Now, she has been brought in my opinion, to mainly help the owners. She seems more like for the owners than she does for the players. And then that last statement that Naphessa said about the rookies, let's say Caitlin, Angel, and of course, Paige Beckers, she was absolutely correct that they're bringing eyes and they're bringing revenue there. And for her to say what she said, to me, that was real disrespectful to those young players coming in the league, bringing more eyes to your league. And for her to say that they have to beg her, that just to me comes off as a little colonizing a little bit to me. That comes off as very bad look. And then when she responded to Naphessa's claims, she looked even worse in that interview. To me, she should have just said, let's talk about the finals right now, game 1, and then let's move on to that at a later date. Because to me, if you would have done that, she would have actually shown compassion and showed something towards the players. She's not showing that. She don't respect them. So in my opinion, I think this is going to be a strike. They're going to possibly extend the date where the deadline is. I think they can extend the date. And I think after that, they're going to strike. And I think we may not get this done even into the season because they're on bad terms and they're all like on one side and everyone's dug into the ground. So again, Cathy Engelbert to me continues to drop the ball, and the players, they're tired of being lowballed. It's time to pay up. It's time to show us what you made. It's time to show us if you were telling the truth about those losses or you were just using that as a tax write-off. That's just my opinion.
I mean, that's a lot there, man. That's a lot to unpack. But before we do the unpacking, Showtime, after hearing HD's lovely soliloquy and your updates, I know you've been staying informed on all things CBA so far. You kind of like keep me updated because I be out of the loop. I don't really pay attention to none of that. So knowing what you know, the inside information, the back and forwards, what you've been hearing out there in the sports universe, what are your overall thoughts? How the CBA has looked so far? Any hope this gets resolved, or do you got a feeling things are going to get worse?
I think it's gonna get resolved eventually. I do think that. I just don't. We just not gonna. I can't tell you when. I do think eventually there's they're gonna get it. They're gonna get resolved. I think Adam Silver gonna step in. I do think Adam Silver. I think they're gonna. I'm telling y'all. Look, I don't. I think the WNBA really thinks these women not smart enough to think for themselves.
Yep.
They don't think they're educated enough. And they've been getting away with a lot of stuff the last 15 years. They're mad at the fact that players are now they're not gonna just sit there and just take breadcrumbs from them. They're mad about the fact that these players are trying to control their own destiny. They mad at Unrivaled because you gotta understand, Athletes Unlimited, if you do your research, it's a WNBA platform. Unrivaled has nothing to do with the WNBA, even though WNBA players, Napheesa Collier and Brianna Stewart, is the ones that put the league together. That's not a WNBA platform, so they look at that as a rivalry because they have no control over the league. This is all about control and manipulation. That's what this is all about. You're not going to sit here and tell me because people make it seem like, oh, the league has not profit. I don't believe that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really don't make sense to me when you really like think about it.
Yeah,
You added on teams, right? You getting new sponsorships like every year. You got another TV deal you working on with USA to get 50 games televised on there, but you're not profiting. Do that really make sense?
No.
Do that really make sense? And if you have nothing to hide, why are you not trying to show the players the data?
Yeah.
What are you hiding? If that's not the case, show the players the data instead of saying they're being ungrateful. How you gonna say being ungrateful? They don't know. They don't know how much they don't know their real value. They don't know their real value because you're not showing them the data. You won't really know much until you know how much money. It's like Prince. You got a business. If your employees don't know how much the store made, how can they ask for, a raise or something? They don't know how much money they making. How you expect to pay your employees for what they work for if they don't even know? Like, they got the right to be mad about that, Prince. You wouldn't be mad? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be again, the league and the players are supposed to be in a partnership. And that's why the NBA pays them 49 to 51%, like the statement stated, because it's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a partnership.
The NBA, and don't get it confused, the NBA did use the move like it was it's our league, you do what you want. But over time, the players got them to understand that we got more information than we had back in the day. You can't fool us no more, right? As information grows, knowledge grows, and guess what comes with knowledge? Understanding of the business. These players got so many different resources. Their agents are connected to so many different people than it was back in the day. They own their own businesses. They understand revenue sharing. They understand payroll now because they have their own conglomerates, right? They have their own people they got to pay, their own teams. So they understand the ins and outs. They understand how filing works now versus back in the day, right? Back in the day, you had entities you would have to go to, and you didn't know what percentages they were pencil pushing. But now you have so much information on tax filing, especially these educated young women, right? These ain't no one and done players. All of these women have degrees, most of them accounting and business, right? So they understand the ins and outs. So you can't fool them no more, right? You can't say we not making money, but yet you're bringing in new franchises worth $500 million. You wanna bring in 5 more teams in the next 3 years. You want to sign all these TV deals. You know what I'm saying? Like the players, I'm pretty sure behind the scenes they adding up the salaries. Hold on, you paying us $13 million and we ain't got no money? You paying all the players a total of $13 million and you got $2 billion? You got $2 billion from the WNBA and you paying that? Come on, man.
That's a big chunk of money missing.
Come on, man.
If you really sit down and calculate, how much money you think the WNBA is actually spending?
Again, the WNBA gyms are owned by NBA owners or other franchises that are part owners. So most of these teams are not even paying to use these arenas. The owners own these arenas. Because most of these, you think about Golden State Valkyrie, the Las Vegas Aces, New York Liberty. I mean, they own these arenas. So, and I mean, that comes with the influx of the money as well. The revenue from the fans showing up, the jersey sales, the concessions, the marketing, the business deals that they have with others, the sponsorships that these players got on jerseys and on the court and on the banner by the score table. And when you walk into the concession stand, those little banners up there, where's that money at? Where's the money from the All-Star games, from the celebrities, these high-priced tickets? Where's the money? I need to know if I'm the players. I'm tweeting. You know the t-shirts they were wearing about pay us? No, my new t-shirt for Unrivaled, my new t-shirt gonna be where's the money? Because I need to know. I don't even need to have no conversation. You show me where the money is. Where's the money? And you better have it invoiced correctly. Don't just send me don't text me no digits. Don't email invoice me. No, this is how much money the league made last year. You're not about to pull that wool over my eyes no more like you've been doing for 30 years. I need the total subsidy. Those out there in the business world know what I'm talking about. I need the total subsidy, taxes included, of everything you're spending, who you sending the money to, how much you're charging them, and how much you're being charged. I need everything to make sense. Don't tell me how much we lost. Show me how much we lost. Prove to me we lost $40 million last year, and that's the starting point.
What? Why they won't call their bluff? What they scared of?
They scared to show that they've been lying. That's what it is.
You said they're being ungrateful, and you bragging about a media rights deal. So she bragging about a media right deal, but at the same time saying we ain't got enough money to pay y'all. Huh?
Exactly.
The WNBA just gave y'all $2 billion, bro. But the players all together getting paid $13 million. That's their salary now. $13 million. There's role players in the league that don't even get playing time get paid more money than that in the NBA.
Facts.
In a year.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a show, in a year.
In a year.
They got players on the bench playing 10 minutes a game getting $13 million a year.
So, just gotta make it make sense, man.
Look, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I feel like a change is coming. I just hope that the players stand on their morals, their values, and their word, because they got a leg to stand on in this negotiation. They got a leg to stand on in this negotiation. Know why? Because just them asking for the data and them not wanting to up it after you've been saying for 30 years y'all haven't been profiting. If you haven't been profiting, why I gotta fight you for the records? Why I gotta fight you for the data? You should be HD. They should have went into negotiations with that. That's a starting point. Think about this, y'all. The players want more money. You know they want more money, and you don't come into the first negotiation meeting with the revenue to make it. What? Sometimes it's just like me and you own a business, right? And I tell you, hey man, I need to make $2 million next year. In that first meeting, what you gonna come in there with? How much we making? And show me why we can't make it? What you hiding? I'm just putting in my business hat for a second here, y'all.
Yeah.
If the contract, if the CBA is really about the players' revenue, and you've been for 30 years saying they not making enough money to make a revenue of that assortment, shouldn't that be your first? That should be on page 1. The revenue should be on page 1, because that's the part. The revenue.
Friends, did the Unrivaled not break even after 1 year?
Come on, man, make it make
sense.
So
you telling me? So let me get this straight. They get paid more money than. I want y'all to think about this. Unrivaled get paid more money than the WNBA. Their salaries are more, literally. In 1 year, they broke even. WNBA more. Think about this: record-breaking televised games, record-breaking merchandise getting sold, attendance. All that money they done made the last 2 years. I'm not just counting last year, the last 2 years, because it's been growing. Y'all telling me they lost money? That don't make sense.
Showtime. I've been, you know me, I be crunching numbers sometimes. I got the thinking, right? So, and again, this is where they're gonna put their foot in their mouth. Indiana Fever gonna be the downfall of the front offices for the CBA. Want me to tell you why?
Yep.
You can't brag, because now that you brag, now you got people adding money. So the average ticket sale of an Indiana Fever game is $32. I don't know if people know that. $36, my bad. $36. I don't know if people know that. Don't you know that there's 18,000 seats in the Indiana Fever? What you call them? I don't think nobody knows that. There's 18,000 seats. We just going. Don't you know 18,000 times 36? That's one game. Is over $648,000 one game. Don't you know times 44? That's over $28 million.
And then go to Ball Holler.
And look, we're not even in HD and Showtime. We're not talking about the ticket. We're not talking about the concessions. We're not talking about the jerseys. We're not talking about the bobbleheads and all of that they sell at the concession stand. We're just talking about ticket sales alone. If Indiana Fever are selling out their stadium like they say it is, that's 18,000 seats. The average ticket is $36. Some is more. We're just going to do the average. It's more than that, but we're just going to do the average. Because some people going to say, well, every seat ain't $100. We're going to do the average seat $36. That's $648,000 a game. That means times 44. That's more than $28 million a year that Indiana Fever brings in. And then you won't go to 50 games. So that's roughly about almost $40 million you're making off of Indiana Fever ticket sales.
Alone.
And then that Golden State. You had Golden State in that. Come on. That's why I'm laughing. Prince. That's why it's laughable, Prince. It's like, come on. Be for real. That's why it's laughable. We didn't even include Golden State show or Las Vegas.
We just
did one team.
What about the Liberty? Like
the Liberty. Oh my goodness, the Liberty.
Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. One thing you're not gonna do. Showtime and HD will tell you this. I play by a lot of things, but don't play in my face. I play by don't play in my face, man.
Hey, you ain't like they spending money on facilities. A lot of these teams don't even have their own facility. So where's the money going?
That's even more money they pocketing.
They ain't got no facilities. So make it make sense, man.
Don't play in my face, man.
It don't make sense.
Don't play in my face, man. Don't play in my face.
But
hey,
look,
show
we
it,
losing
Prince.
money, but we're gonna keep adding on teams. We're gonna add on 6 more for the next 10 years. Come on, bro.
Hey, show it, Prince. Hey, they running that janky promoters type of stunt, baby. That janky promoter.
Hey, man, there's some shady stuff, bro. I tell you what. Hey, man, if you want, if the WNBA, Cathy Engelbert, they want to put the WNBA PA in a place, pull out the books and prove to all of those players you're getting paid fairly. What's stopping you from pulling out them books, man?
They don't want to show you the cemeteries.
Hey, got a lot of dead bodies up in there. Huh? Got a lot of dead presidents. They got a lot of dead presidents in them shoe boxes, man.
Hey, Prince, and you know they cheap, so it ain't got no tombstones.
Right.
Hey,
you get paid. Supposed to get paid. Like Cathy Engelbert said, y'all need to be grateful. You getting all these new TV deals, but the players ain't getting paid. Man, come on, bro. A'ja Wilson, she don't even have $1 million contract. Absolutely disgusting.
Hey, Prince, let me ask you this question. Let me ask y'all this before I forget. Aren't they suing the Aces about money they got from the city legally?
Yeah.
But y'all ain't got no money though, right? Like, because I'm gonna leave it there. Cathy a snake. That's all I gotta say, man.
HD, a lot of people don't know this, HD. If you're an Aces fan, you know this. When Mark Davis brought the Aces, he started flying them privately. Yeah. The WNBA told them they had to stop flying their players because the rest of the league couldn't fly.
Yep, that's fact.
Right.
Now, if that ain't petty, I don't know what petty is.
This is about control, bro.
Yep, it is.
It's all about control. They're trying to control them. They look at them like slaves, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. They do. They look at them back. Look, they don't even have no respect. Cathy don't have no respect for them, man. Like, yeah, they don't have no respect, show. Like, bro, like she's telling you gotta beg. That sounds like some Chicago Sky crowd.
What the money, man? What the money? Where the
gotta
money
beg for your job.
Where the money at?
All green, man. All green. Across the chest, all green. Where the money at?
I'm really trying to make it make sense. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, why are you holding on to data? Don't you got to report it to IRS every year? Shouldn't you already have those invoices ready? Tax filing season happened 3 months ago. You should have that. HD and Showtime, you ain't even got to print it up. It's already you just filed them 3 months ago. Tax season happened 3 months. For
Prince,
business,
what have they
those
been
who own a
saying?
business know we get till July. So they had till July.
Yeah.
So it ain't no excuse.
Prince.
If you own a regular citizens, they got till like April or May. But if you own a business, they give you till July.
Prince,
So
I'm telling you.
You got the invoices. You got everything you
Them
send out.
lies.
Why can't you just copy and paste it and send it to the Players Association?
Hey man, I'm telling you, you want that cemetery opened up, man. Bats gonna be flying out of that thing, bro. I'm telling you, watch, bro. You can't, bro. Like they're trying to hide. They've been claiming this is a tax write-off for years. If they open them books up and you see that they ain't been losing what they've been losing, it's gonna be some lawsuits and things coming out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they scared to show them books. That's why they scared show and Prince to show them books, because they know they've been saying this has been nothing but a tax write-off league, tax write-off. I'm telling you, they scared. They know.
She's too standoffish. It's like they're hiding something. She want they look. She allowing all of these players to crash and burn, beat each other up. The drama, all this stuff. She's hiding something, bro. She's too standoffish. She moving very slimy, bro. I'm telling you. She definitely slammed out to me. And them players are starting to, I'm telling y'all, bro.
Because Showtime and Prince. Because Showtime and Prince. Angel and them came in with NIL deals. So they know the business. They know the books. They know how to look at stuff. They know how to file this stuff. So Naphessa talking to Angel and them. And even if you got them in the meeting looking like, wait a minute, this ain't right. What is this? They're too smart now. They way too smart.
Do y'all think Napheesa Collier is trying to blackball Cathy Engelbert?
You got to. She moving foul.
Yep.
You got to get it. You got to get them kind of people up out of y'all, man.
Yeah.
I can't have nobody that don't got my best interest in a contract negotiation talking about my generational wealth. I just can't, show.
Yeah.
In good faith. Look, business meetings, anybody who have been in business meeting before, don't you know you can get sued if you don't approach a business meeting in good faith? Like you can literally get sued for that. So I don't even want to be, if Cathy doesn't approach this business meeting in good faith, I don't even want her to be part of it. What are we talking about?
Could it be y'all that Fee put that little information out to say, hey, yeah, I got this now. Now I got something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got more.
Absolutely.
Show. I'm pretty sure her team did not let her put out everything.
I'm pretty sure she got more. Pocket.
Bro, listen, Cathy Engelbert comes off to me as an egotistical person. Cutthroat. Trust me. She was talking greasy on that phone or in person to Fee about the players, Fee documented all that stuff. Cathy has been real sloppy. Sloppy.
Cloud, that's what Natasha Cloud. She said it's a reason why the players siding with Cathy Engelbert. See, there's more to this. But she dropped that small nugget and said, you want me to release the rest of it? Play crazy if you want to.
Yeah.
There's something else to it now. Because Gabby Williams, I want y'all, remember what Gabby Williams said during the All-Star break? You heard what she said.
Yep.
They were like, man, that was very disrespectful. It's a lot. See, Fee only giving us pieces. I think it's way more to this.
Oh, yeah, it's way more. Way more.
See, them players, they don't want to say it. They don't want to come out and say it. You notice how Fee hasn't been fined yet? Y'all notice that? Pay attention. Yeah. You notice how she hasn't. You notice how they haven't released all NBA teams, all W teams. They in shambles right now.
Yep.
They shaking their boots.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that? You know why? Because they're getting closer to the truth.
So she was up there nervous. She was nervous when she was up there talking. She was real nervous. She looked like she was sweating. She was sweating and everything.
You know how quiet. Look, they are trying to resolve. Y'all notice something? I want y'all to pay attention. If they felt like they didn't have nothing on them, oh, you fine, you suspended, you disrespectful.
Yeah, they'd have been very cocky.
They would
Yeah,
be
They'd have been
very
very
cocky.
cocky.
Pay attention,
Yep.
y'all. They ain't said nothing.
Oh,
Nothing about no. They talking about meeting up. Why y'all want to play? Why you want to plea bargain all of a sudden? What you trying to plea bargain for? You know what's scaring them? Fee ain't giving that meeting. They in shambles right now.
and also what I've heard from,
Fee got information on them. She
and what I
got some.
also heard, and what I also heard is, even back to her young days, Fee is not a liar. That's one thing people said. She is not a liar. So everything y'all can take with that what y'all want. But from what I've heard, Fee is not a liar. When she speaks, that's the facts. So I'm just letting people know. Just let y'all take with that what y'all want to, but Fee does not lie. Just telling you.
Just saying, bro.
A lot to unpack there. We gonna be monitoring it over the next couple of weeks, seeing if a deal gets done before October 31st. Canceling that meeting doesn't look like it is going to get done. When you start canceling meetings in a negotiation, you might as well just add on another 3 months, because that means one of the sides don't even want to talk right now. And for them not to want to talk with three and a half, a little over 2.5 weeks left in the CBA negotiation before the lockout, that means that these negotiations have not gone as planned, and they could stretch out into Unrivaled. So don't be shocked if Unrivaled elevates and find a way to get more players involved over the coming months. Don't be surprised if you hear rosters expanding. Unrivaled, the moves Unrivaled makes over the next couple weeks will tell you what the CBA negotiations are. If Unrivaled comes out and say they're adding another team or they're adding roster spots, that'll let you know these players are going to probably fight tooth and nail to get what they want, and they deserve it, especially in this monetary system, in this economy. $74,000 a year for rookies just don't cut it. Think about a rookie coming in at 23. I've put in over 18 years of hard work, and you're going to pay me $74,000? Come on, man. It got people in grocery stores make more than that.
Yep.
I Googled it when we first talked about it, Showtime. The store manager at GNC makes more than that.
Wow.
He makes $88,000 a year.
That's crazy.
like this is sad, man. The manager at Burger King makes 80. Like, this is sad. This is sad, man. Come on, man. In this economy, come on, man. You ain't got that much money. You ain't got that many players to spread the money around. So why you holding on to it like that? I don't understand that. But again, we'll keep y'all locked in. I'm pretty sure there's breaking news. Showtime, HD gonna get it out there to y'all. So make sure y'all stay locked into their channels. Before we conclude, Game 3 of the WNBA Finals kicks off on Wednesday back in Arizona, where Phoenix will take a homestand trying to win all two or perhaps possibly split to get back in this series and gain some momentum. So with this series possibly teetering out of control, I'll go to HD first. Who needs this championship and this win more? What player, and we're going to talk both sides. You got Asia aiming for her third after winning her fourth MVP and arguably one of the best women basketball players of all time. You got Jackie Young aiming for her third. You got Chelsea Gray, perhaps with her career dwindling down. Perhaps it would be good for her to get one more, right? She's probably in her later years. You think about AT finally possibly getting over that hump and her finals losses, redeeming herself. You think about Aliyah Copper and all she's dealt with, getting shipped out of Chicago after winning a finals and things that she's dealt with the turnovers and her remaining in Phoenix, right, throughout the turnovers instead of forcing a trade. So shout out to Collier Copper for standing 10 toes down and not giving up on the Phoenix organization. You think about Satu, who in the summer, a lot of people said she's not built like that. She's coming from Dallas where she couldn't help them win there. She'll never win one. I mean, a lot of storylines. You think about DeWanna Bonner getting pushed out of the Fever onto the streets, unemployed for a couple months before getting picked up by the Phoenix Mercury. A lot of storylines for a first or multiple time champion. HD, after hearing all of those storylines, who needs this championship the most and why?
I mean, it's obvious. Melissa Thomas need this to seal off for a Hall of Fame career. Only thing she's missing is a chip. Every year she's always said to be a great regular season player, but when it gets to the playoffs or to the championship, she can't close the deal. So this is basically on her. And this is going to show, like, if she's that type of player, like, we're going to look back on history to see if, hey, is she a champion? Was she good enough to win one? I mean, she's had stacked teams before this. I think people forget she had some stacked teams before she couldn't get over the hump. So it's going to show that it's going to bring her leadership into question. Like, are you there to get us over the top, or are you just there just to get us into the playoffs? Like, she's going to have to show, man. She's going to have to show up, and she's going to have to battle Asia. She's going to have to. She's going to have to just go in there, do whatever it takes to win. And if she doesn't show it this time, then when are you going to show it? This, to me, I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is the last time AT, in my opinion, is going to have this chance. This is her last time. Like, if she don't get it done now, I don't think she's ever going to get it done, because you got to look at the teams coming in, the other players coming in. Then you're going to have a lot of movement once the CBA is done. The money's going to be different other places. You're not going to have the same players there with you. So, again, this is her last shot, and the pressure's on her. And this is just where her placement is in history. Is she going to end up being top 10 or 15 or 20? Right now, she's not, because she don't have that championship to go with it. So she has a lot to prove. To me, yeah, Asia, if she wins it, to me, man, Asia's already Mount Rushmore. You got 4 MVPs, 3 Defensive Player of the Year's awards, and you got I don't know if she won I think she won the Finals MVP, but you got 2 finals. And in this era, like, she's just dominated from her position. So again, AT really needs this more. Asia is going to be considered the GOAT. Nobody's going to touch that resume that Asia have. Even if she wins this, it'll just be added to more of that great resume and trophy case. I think she got like 3 trophy cases now. So AT don't even have one filled out. So again, AT, in my opinion, really needs this championship. Really needs it out of everybody.
Yeah. I mean, good. Good take. Before I get to Showtime, I want to say this. Because I seen somebody in the chat saying, and I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot from people when athletes say they want more money. People say, well, this person works all year long, like a store manager works all year long. A GNC store probably makes $1.1 million a year. I think people confused on how money actually works. They're looking at the time spent and not the earnings. You can't look at the time spent. You have to look at the earnings, Showtime. Because if you own the business, Showtime, and you got a store manager that work all year, but they only bringing in $36,000, but they want 80 grand, you gonna get it to them?
No.
Exactly. So that whole statement right there, when athletes speak up about money and your everyday citizen, I get it. I get you wake up every day and you don't got $1 million contract sitting in front of you. I get it. I get that it's not easy to create generational wealth. I get it. But the way that the economy is built, earning goes into revenue, not the time spent. Because I guarantee you the highest paid player in any of the businesses y'all work for don't put in half the hours y'all put in. You might put in 80 hours a week. You got 4 people above you probably putting in 30 and making triple what you making. That's just how it works. That's how business works. So that store manager who's making $88,000 a year, yeah, they work all year, but that store is probably only grossing $1 million. I guarantee you, the lowest paid athlete in the WNBA is probably bringing in, it's only for 3 months. But I guarantee you that one athlete is probably grossing for that franchise upwards of $8 to $10 million alone. Upwards. You think about the marketing, the social media push, the jersey sales, like a lot of that, the making of the roster, a lot of that goes into that. So you can't just look at the time spent. It's about the revenue and earnings of the time spent. That's how the world works. I just wanted to get that across. I see people say that a lot. Even on Twitter, you'll hear people say that a lot when the NFL contract negotiation was going on, or the NBA ones is going on. People say that a lot. They're not really thinking of revenue versus time spent. They're just looking at time spent and think it's earned. That isn't how it works. But Showtime, what's your thoughts after hearing HD? After hearing the takes from some of the individuals that can benefit from winning a championship or their first, in your eyes, who needs this championship the most, and how impactful can it be for their career?
A'ja Wilson. She needed championship more. And as far as the Aces side, I'm gonna tell you why. And I think A'ja Wilson got to get this championship because you understand, she has accomplished so much. They haven't, and she still doesn't get appreciated. And I think because the league doesn't have a standard, A'ja got to be the one to set the standard. She got to be one to usher in the new generation. Because a lot of people wasn't watching Donna Taurasi. They didn't watch Maya Moore. So they missed out on their career. I think by A'ja Wilson is establishing who she is in front of everybody, while the league have more eyes on the league. And the fact that she was disrespected beginning of the year. They said Malonga, they said Cece. They'll start their franchise with them over A'ja. Despite her being the best player in the league, she's the reigning MVP. She wasn't even the favorite to repeat as MVP. The way they started the season off, the way they finished the season, they did the unthinkable by getting to the finals when everybody written them off. To me, this is a legacy series for A'ja. You're already getting disrespected. But people would know, it'll be hard for people to disrespect A'ja. If she pulls off this, she wins a championship with Dana Evans, who Chicago Sky didn't believe in. Sky fans written off, rightfully so. She was throwing balls out of bounds instead of getting it to Camilla Cardoso and Angel. DeWanna Bonner. Not DeWanna Bonner. Delisa Smith. Delisa Smith. Indiana Fever fans said she was hot garbage, but she started. Kirsten Bell, she was the joker. She was the butt of everybody's jokes on social media. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got Jackie Young, right? I give you that. Jackie Young, future Hall of Famer in her prime. But everybody said Chelsea Gray was washed. They said Chelsea Gray was washed. They said Joy Lord was done. She won a championship with those players after getting disrespected, after winning MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. She's setting that bar so high, it's gonna be hard for everybody to reach it. But you need somebody to set the bar and set the standard in the WNBA, because I don't think they have a standard. With A'ja Wilson winning this championship is very important for her legs, and it's very important for the league to have some kind of standard, because you really don't have one. And I think A'ja will be setting the standard for all these other players in the league and the future. And as far as like the Phoenix Mercury, of course, it's AT. She doesn't have a championship. AT feels disrespected. She don't feel like she get enough credit for what she do. Well, you haven't shown on on the big stage, you should be in a conversation with Asia Wilson or Stewie. You haven't really shown it. You're a really good second place player. You're a great runner up. That's what you look like right now. AT is a really good runner up. She do a lot of her damage in the regular season, but in the finals, you came up small. In the playoffs, you came up small last year. You gotta prove everybody they wrong. Y'all been disrespecting me. And that's just what it is. It's that simple. Because DeWanna Bonner has championships. Khalil Copper has championships. She got a championship, right? So you the only one that don't have a championship. You the big dog of this team. So if you don't win this year, then how your legacy gonna be looked? How you gonna be perceived among fans and your peers? They're gonna look at you as a really good runner-up. A very good second place player. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, a lot there. 2 days ago, show, I would have been with you on the Asia Wilson take of it, but I started thinking, you know, like I was thinking as a fan then, but as an athlete, we don't associate ourselves with the minds of a peasant. So them GMs, they ain't never put no work in. They pencil pushers. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Asia didn't take their comments too seriously. Yeah, that didn't make you upset, but I'm pretty sure that ain't gonna knock her grind down. That ain't gonna affect her in no way. And apparently, it hasn't, because she hasn't mentioned it one time. Maybe she's waiting to win the finals to mention it.
Prince, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna cut you off. To people that hardcore fans, they know what it is. The casual fans need to see this. They she need to remind everybody, including these casual fans that just caught on, I am that. That's why I said it's very important. And if she do this with the crop of players I named, Prince, there's no way in hell you can deny. You cannot deny what you're seeing with your two very eyes. And if you deny it, then you just come on, bro.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you ain't gonna convince some people, man. You ain't gonna.
Come on.
Again, look, a lot of castaways on this team, a lot of throwaways, a lot of players that people thought was over the hill. I mean, you literally got a player that came back from having a baby a month ago on your team.
Yeah, CPT time.
I mean, it don't get no realer than that, show. It don't get no realer than that. It don't get no realer than that. I mean, you got Showtime. You got two people. You got two people playing meaningful minutes that wouldn't even playing at the beginning of the season. And I'm talking about Big Mama and I'm talking about Kirsten Bell. Neither of them was getting minutes at the beginning of the season. Kirsten Bell only got slotted in because of injuries and Jewel Lloyd going to the bench, and Becky needed a big wing out there. If there was another big wing on this team, Kirsten Bell wouldn't be playing. She would be at the end of the bench like she was during the beginning of the season. When they traded away Tiffany Mitchell and Crawford, that's when she got inserted. But before that, she was at the end of the bench getting 5 minutes a game in garbage time. So, I mean, you got all of that. And the Aces, I want people to realize this. The Aces were the 9th seed at the beginning of June. I don't think a lot of people, the Aces came back so fast, nobody realizes it. But the Aces was the 9th seed for like a week and a half. And finished the season as the number 2 seed on one of the top 3 all time. They almost broke the Los Angeles Sparks consistent record of, I think, 18 games. They finished with 19, I think it was, or 20, whatever one it was. Sparks had 20 or whatever with Lisa Leslie team when they won the championship that year. But you think about all those surmountable things, man. I've come to the point that either you think Asia the GOAT or you don't. My fight not even with Asia being the GOAT no more. Know what my fight is with show? Sorry for that long soliloquy, but know what my fight is? Because I wanted to give Asia her flowers before I got to the next person. So that's why I had that long soliloquy. My fight not even with Asia no more. Asia is the GOAT. Ain't nobody in the league on her level. Like, let's stop all of that. Like, let's stop all of that. Like again, y'all look at stat sheets. I look at games. Fee is great. Fee might be comparable in numbers, but impact, you can cancel that out. You can go on and move around. You can go on and move. When you talk impact on both sides of the floor, you go on and move that out. You go on and look. Dominique Wilkins and Clyde Drexler was up there with Michael Jordan in points too. Yeah, they was dropping buckets. Dominique Wilkins averaged 33 one year. They was dropping buckets. Clyde Drexler averaged 32. They dropping buckets. Charles Barkley too. But guess what? That both sides of the floor impact, it wasn't MJ's. It wasn't MJ's. We say the same thing about Kevin Durant and LeBron. Kevin Durant got them comparable numbers like LeBron, but what we always say when they was in their primes. One got that two-way impact, and the other one is an all-time great scorer. Again, it's levels to this. So shout out to Asia. But guess who my fight with is, yo? Guess who my fight with? Guess who my fight with?
Talk to him.
Jackie Young. Jackie Young is the most disrespected. Jackie Young is the most disrespected all-time great in probably the league. Like, the way that Jackie gets passed over time and time again in conversations, whether it be on defense or offense, her impact is actually crazy. It's actually Showtime. People don't even know this, but Jackie Young was the number 12 in scoring this year. And people don't even talk about Jackie was number 12. Technically, she was number 9, but he got like 4 people tied with the same amount of points. Technically, she number 9. Showtime. If you need one stop, how many players in the league you going to pick over Jackie Young to go guard somebody? One stop. I need a player to go out there ISO for one stop.
Only player I can think of, Dejanay. I'm taking Jackie Young.
And I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing. I wouldn't even pick Dejanay. Know why? Because Dejanay gonna fight tooth and nail, but she's not strong. Dejanay gets bullied a lot. On smaller guards. If you, I would say I agree with you depending on the predicament. If it's a smaller, quicker guard, I will go Dejanay over Jackie. But if it's just your run-of-the-mill 1, 2, or 3,
think he is the most disrespected player. I'm gonna be. That might sound obnoxious, but it's really not. I think she is the most disrespected player.
Yeah, she got to be up there. Like,
she
got 2 championships. She's an all-time great on both ends of the floor. All WNBA
Where was she ranked this year? Early in the season, before the season, where was she ranked?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why she's disrespected. Name me 5 defenders better than perimeter defenders better than Jackie Young. Name me 5.
5? You can't. I think Jackie Young is the best perimeter defender.
She's the best perimeter defender, right? But guess what, Prince? She ain't never made an all-defensive team.
Crazy. If
that ain't disrespectful, I don't know what is. That's very disrespectful.
Showtime. This is why I say Jackie Young is the best perimeter defender. Want me to tell you why? You've been covering the Aces with me, so you've been getting a first-hand glimpse, right? Instead of like seeing them every other game, right? Who is the only person on defense that can't hide?
Who the only player on defense that can't hide?
Yep.
It's Jackie Young.
Everybody else, Chelsea Gray could go stand in the corner and guard a shooter. Kirsten Bell could go stand in the corner and guard a shooter. Asia, if she winded, she can go stand in the paint and act like she guarding somebody posting up. Dana Evans could go stand and guard Whitcomb in the corner. Becky gives Jackie the toughest assignment every night, and it's been like that all year long. Even when you look at the Defensive Player of the Year voting, she got disrespected. If these voters actually watched all the games, they would understand how important Jackie's defense is to the Aces. See, they don't take into account Jackie's in the backcourt with Kirsten Bell and Chelsea Gray and Dana Evans and Aliyah Nye. Showtime, they don't take that into account. They don't take that into account. The work that Jackie Young has to do on the defense, and then Showtime, HD, guess what Becky say? Jackie, Asia ain't got it going. We need you to wake up. Now she got to go give you 25. We don't just need you to guard AT and Kalia Copper and Satu. We need you to go give us 32 points too. We ain't winning.
Bro, she the best guard in the league, bro. There's nobody close. Like, the thing is, she don't disappear like Kayla McBride. McBride disappears. Dejanay, like, great defender, but offensively, she's very limited. And then who else you got out there? Like, dog, it's Jackie. Jackie was disrespected this year. She should be in the top 4, top 5 in the league, like, period. Like, bar none, she should be in that conversation. Like I said this last year, Prince, before I was with you and show, I was talking Auntie and them. I felt like if Asia's not playing, like Jackie Young was battling for being one of the best players in the league in that top 3 category. Like, seriously, I've always loved Jackie. I've always felt like she doesn't get no respect, and she don't get no respect because everyone looks at her as a sidekick to Chelsea Gray and Asia Wilson. That's what they do. They look at her like that, when she actually takes on a lot more responsibility than Gray. That's why they got rid of Kelsey Plum, because she was too busy trying to guard her player and guard Chelsea Gray player. That's a lot. And then she's still giving you 20 to 25, sometimes 30. Bro, that's a two-way to me. that's one of the best.
Yo.
She's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it, man. Like, I really don't understand it, because I was saying this during the regular season. I stayed on Star Hoop Central. If it was up to me, when we did the defensive of the year conversation, what I said, Asia's the MVP, but Jackie Young is actually my defensive player of the year. Like, Showtime, what I always say when I talk about the Aces, Asia the best player, but what I always say, I always give Jackie her respect. I say Jackie and Asia carried that team. I don't say Asia by herself. Pay attention to how I always say Jackie and Asia carried that team. Because there was games where Asia needed Jackie to show up in the second half or the first half, and then Asia would close. Like, they were a tandem. They were a tandem. And Jackie Young didn't get a lot of credit for the steals she forced, for the denying of a dribble drive penetration where Asia don't have to go chase down a block sometimes. Like, blowing up a screen. Like, Jackie Young is so underappreciated because I don't know who these new voters are, but they don't watch games. They watch stat sheets.
I agree.
Like, I just watched Jackie in these playoffs, and I'm like, because Showtime against Indiana Fever, that game 3, that was a Jackie Young game. That wasn't an Asia game. That was a Jackie Young game. They had like 5 threes in that game. That was a Jackie Young game.
He went nuts in game 3.
Somebody in the chat said Jackie Young's the Finals MVP. I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. Based off the first,
she had a bad first game. She had a bad first game.
Asia been consistent.
Yeah, Asia's been the most consistent.
You gotta look at it like this. It's been Asia Wilson and somebody else the first 2 games.
Yep.
First game, it was Asia and Dana and Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd kind of cooled off, but Jewel Lloyd and Dana started off hot. Dana and Asia went the whole way, but Jewel Lloyd kind of cooled off in the second half. Second game, Asia got it going first because Dana and Jewel Lloyd didn't have it going. I don't even think Jewel Lloyd had 10 points in last game. Again, like, Asia had it going, and then Jackie picked up in the third quarter. I think she had like damn near 20 points. So Jackie had
she had 21.
Yeah, offensively, Jackie only had a good third quarter offensively. She had solid defense the whole night, but offensively, she only had a good third quarter because outside of that third quarter, I think Jackie Young only had a total of 9 points outside of that third quarter.
She did.
Or 11, whichever one it was, 9 or 11. So Jackie did play good, And again, she doesn't get enough respect for what she does offensively and how she helps the team offensively when they're struggling. But Asia's been the most like just consistent. Like Asia's averaging the most points, the most rebounds. She's leading. I think Asia's leading the team in every category except steals. I mean, steals and assists. I think it's still. I think Asia's leading in every category. I think Asia's leading both teams in every category except steals and assists.
Man, Jackie Young's switchability on that perimeter is like crazy good.
Yeah, yeah.
And she
Hey,
covers
look,
up for them.
Before we finish up, get y'all out of here. Where does Asia and Jackie rank? I go to Showtime first. Where does Asia and Jackie rank as duos in the league?
Right now and today?
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one. So you got them ahead of Stewie. You got Stewie, Sabrina.
Hell yeah.
You got AT and Copper.
Jackie Young better than Sabrina.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got Hey, on the FIBA, who your top on the FIBA? Is it CC and AB or is it AB and Kelsey?
It's okay. Let's play stupid. Right.
I'm asking you. I don't want to make your list for you. I'm just going through the teams. I don't want to make your list for you. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Who's been leading the team in win shares the last 2 years on any other field?
Kelsey Mitchell.
And who?
AB.
Okay, we'll leave it right there.
What about you, HD? What does Jackie and Asia rank? Who's your top three? Duos?
What, in the league?
Yeah.
Honestly, I ain't trying to be disrespectful to y'all, but I don't compare them to anybody in the league. This might be the best duo we've ever seen.
Better than Swoops and Cynthia?
I mean, you got to look at it. They was at the end of their career. Man, you know what I'm saying? These two,
they were.
These two, you got to remember these two we've seen come up from pups, the big dogs now. Them, they was at the end of their career. You feel me?
Bro,
Prince, when they retire, when these two retire, they gonna be the best duo, bro. Who's the best guard and big duo? They ain't been none like this we seen outside of like Swoops and Coot was more backcourt. This is guard to big.
Yeah.
I ain't seen one better really.
Yeah, like guard the big. Yeah, because most times it's like two backcourt or two front court. Like this is guard to big. Yeah.
This is guard to big, bro.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't never seen this before. Like, yeah, you had point guard and Candace, but Candace and Asia, come on, let's be for real. And then J.O., come on. This J.O. compared to, come on. Like, come on. Like, look, no disrespect to the W and you people in the chat. I'm putting them on all-time duos. This is y'all, this is how it is. They here. Asia and them are here. Like it ain't no 2 or 3. It's one. There's no 2 or 3, Prince. There's no, because look, Prince, Sabrina can't play both sides like J.O. She can't play that. Come on. And when she go cold, what else does Sabrina give you when she not shooting well? J.O. could give you the assist.
Their points per game, and their points per game was only 1 point difference. It's only a 1 point difference. And you think about all the threes Sabrina shoot versus Jackie.
Come on. And then come on. Like that's bro. J.O., like I said, they about to go down as the best duo in history. Like seriously. They own that path.
Hey, Black, they had a better win share last year too.
Look.
I said the first 2 years. This year and last year, they had how I went. Well, y'all don't like them facts, boy.
They sure
facts
don't,
hurt y'all, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all don't like them.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the truth is the truth. I mean, it's
true. Hey, that's what I wanted to ask y'all because I mean, it was good. It was good to go down memory lane with Cynthia Cooper and Cheryl Swoops on that Rockets team. They had Tina Charles. You got Sylvia
Tina
Fowles,
Thompson.
Maya Moore. You know, you had the, like HD said, you had the Lisa Leslie, Chelsea Gray, the Candace Parker, Chelsea
Now
Gray.
listen, Lauren Jackson and Sue Bird.
You had the NECA Chelsea Gray, you know?
Yep.
You got the Skylar Diggins NECA.
Yep. Stewie and Sue Bird. I mean, look.
The BG, Deanna Taurasi. You had that duo.
Maya, you have Maya and Simone Augustus. I mean, look, but dog, I'm sorry, man. People may think it ain't Prisoner of the Moment. I watched all of them, like all of them, and this is the best duo I've ever seen. Like, dead serious. Like, I've never seen a duo guard the big or just duo, period, in WNBA history. This includes Cheryl and Coop. I love Cynthia Cooper, but Coop, man, sometimes on that defense, Cheryl had to be stretched thin, man, sometimes. But Jackie, I ain't got to worry about Jackie, though, Prince. I ain't got to worry about Jack. Jack gonna guard her. She gonna lock whoever down. Asia gonna lock whoever down. I ain't got to worry about that. I'm just saying. I don't see it.
That's facts. Man, good conversation today, man. Hope everybody out there in YouTube land learned something different today. Again, the conversation always needs to be elevated, and we hold ourselves accountable for making sure that happens. So if you want an elevated conversation, you want to learn something new, you want to have an intellectual conversation, you want to get down to the brass of what basketball is actually supposed to mean and supposed to be spoken about, pull up the Star Hoop Central with us, man. Showtime HD. As always, man, great show, great conversation, great new information, even going down memory lane, man, with the Houston Rockets and the old Minnesota Lynx before the new Minnesota Lynx, man. That's a lot of, and the Sparks as well, man. That's a lot of old basketball I remember watching. Again, my mom is a Sparks fan, so I grew up watching Lisa Leslie them. So I even remember when they got NECA. Like, shout out to the Sparks, man.
What about what about Swin and Cheryl?
Oh yeah, Swin and
I'm just saying, some bad girls. I'm just saying, bro.
They're top 10. I don't know if they're top 5, but they're top 10 duo.
No, they're not top 5, but they top 10 though.
They're top 10 duo. But any last word before we get out of here? HD Showtime. Any last word?
Hey man, great show. Great information per usual. We're gonna keep elevating the conversation. I mean, you're gonna get real basketball talk. Aren't you tired of the same old bull crap? The same old rundown information, the fanboy information? We get it to you real. I mean, it is what it is. You might not agree with it, but it's gonna be factual. It's gonna be logic. I mean, this what this show is all about. We always about that. So this is why we here. You know.
All I gotta do is say Asia Wilson on top, and she can't be stopped. Stop. That's all I gotta say. I'm good. Shout out to my dog.
Man, appreciate y'all, man. Salute to y'all. This is IMZO Media. That's Showtime on Point Sports. Welcome to HDII TV. That's Showski. I'm Prince. That's HD. And we'll see y'all on the other side, man.
Yeah, learn. Dribble the drain. Record the debate. Talking bar coops, no room for the fake. Star Hoop Central, the spotlight beams, where hoop heads clash, dissecting teams. Sky high takes from the arc to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Pick and roll knowledge, alley-oop flows, crossovers in convo, the rivalries grow. From the ghosts to the rookies, we frame the tale. Slam dunk opinions, the details prevail. Sky high takes from the art to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star Hoops.